Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, and today I will show you how to perform the Landuse Landcover map using Supervised Classification method in ArcGIS. So let's get started. So this is an official website where you can able to download the Landsat 8 image. So this website is called USGS Earth Explorer. And to how to download Landsat 8 image, a video will be given in the description. So now we have downloaded the Landsat 8 image from USGS website. Now let me add this image into ArcGIS. So go to the add section, add data, and this is a Landsat 8 image. So we have around 11 bands in our Landsat 8 image. Now we have to click the bands and add into ArcGIS. So click the band 1, band 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, band 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now click add to add the satellite image into ArcGIS. So this is our Landsat 8 containing 11 different bands. Now let me show you the band details. So this is Landsat 8 band details about. So we have around 11 different bands. We have around 30 meter resolution for band 1 to band 7 and 15 meter resolution, that is a panchromatic band, and 9, 10, 11, we have 9 is 30 meter and 10 and 11 are 100 meter resolution. So these are the different wavelengths in Landsat 8 image. Now to perform Landuse Landcover map, first we have to composite our band. So for that, go to the search section and search by band composite. So search. So you can able to see this band composite data management. Click this. So now let me add all my 11 bands into the band composites into this tool. So for that, let me click this. So we have selected around 11 different bands. Let me show you that. So we have selected around 11 bands. Now let me add into ArcGIS. Click this and drag. So now you can able to see that we have added 11 bands of Landsat 8 image. Now choose your desired output location. Now click OK. So now this is our band composite image. So let me turn off all of the layers. Let me remove all of these layers. I will remove this band layers. So now I have selected 11 bands. I will remove this layer. We have our band composite of Landsat 8 image. Let me remove this band layers. So we can able to see that this is our composite band image of Landsat 8 image. So we have around, let me click this and show you. We have around 11 different bands of Landsat 8 image. Now let me select a natural color for it. So you can able to clear view here that. So for natural color, we have to select in this order for band 4, band 3 and band 2. Now let me select that. Go to the option, go to this option and click. Right click, band 4, band 3 and band 2. So it is in our natural color. So now let me input my study area into it. So now you can able to see that I have added my study area into this Landuse, into our Landsat 8 image. Now I'm going to clip this image using our study area shapefile. To clip that, go to the section called search, clip. Now search clip. So now you can click this clip data management tool. Now go to the option called input our composite image, that is our Landsat composite image, and choose your output location, that is our choose your area, that is our study area. The extent you want to clip your satellite image. So I will choose my study area. Now make sure that you click this use input features for clipping geometry and maintain clipping extent. Now click OK. So now we have our clipped our study area That is, we have clipped our Landsat 8 image with our study area boundary. Let me show you that. Let me turn off these other layers. So now you can be able to clearly view that this is our Landsat 8 image of my study area. So now let us perform our supervised classification. So let me remove all other layers. Remove this. Remove our composite layer. Let me remove my study area boundary. So now let us perform our Landuse Landcover map in Landsat 8 image. And in the video description, we will give how to download the USGS, that is our Landsat 8 image from USGS, and how to perform the band composite, and how to clip your satellite image using your study area shapefile. So now let us perform our Landuse Landcover map using supervised classification method. So you can able to see that this is a section we can where we're able to perform our Landuse Landcover map. So to suppose if you are not able to see this section, right click in the blank area and go to the option called classification, image classification. So you can able to see that I have clicked my image classification here. Make sure that you click this image classification. So I have removed that. Now let me add the image classification. So you can able to see this. So now let us perform. Click this training sample manager. So now this is our training sample manager, where you will pick out the specific pixels or training cells from our satellite image to perform Landuse Landcover map. So now let me select the natural color for this satellite image. That is, let me show you here. So that for natural color, the band should be arranged in the order of 4, 3, 2. So we should arrange to obtain a natural color, we should arrange the bands in the order of 4, 3 and 2. So let me select red band as band 4 and green band as band 3 and blue band as band 2. So this is our natural color. So now let me show you the different features that we can able to observe in our Landsat 8 image of the study area. So you can able to clearly view that this is our settlements. The different settlements are observed in this color, that is in varying in white and light bluish in color. So there are different settlements that is being observed here. And here we have the floodplain of this region. So that is shown in that is a dried floodplain. So it is in white color because of the presence of sand and sand deposits. So the reflectance we are able to clearly view as a white color. So this is a floodplain. And this is another settlement of this region. So that is shown in this color, white with white and light bluish color. And the water bodies are shown in this color. So these are the different undulating terrains. So that is shown in this color. So some part we have vegetation and some part we have barren. And few of this region have agricultural areas and settlements, road networks. So now let us perform our Landuse Landcover map. Go to the option called Draw Polygon, choose Draw Circle. So now let me select each of the features. Now first let me select select as a false color composite. So to select a false color composite, let me show you the band sequence. So to select the false color composite, that is a color infrared composite, we have to select our bands in the order of 5, 4 and 3. So let me select 5, 4 and 3. So now we can clearly able to view that the red indicates the vegetation, the very high red indicates vegetation, and let me show you here. So this color indicates a dense vegetation and this color indicates a light vegetation, and the white indicates the settlement or a build up in this region, and This color indicates the water bodies around this region. Let me show you the other water bodies of this region. So these are the different water bodies being observed in this place. So now let me show you the different feature class we're going to select for this Landuse Landcover map. So these are the different feature class we're going to select. So that is, you're going to select the dense vegetation, water bodies, barren land, build up, fallow land and floodplain. And this feature is specifically selected for this according to the study area. So let me get back to ArcGIS. So now let me select the vegetation, dense vegetation. So now let me select the dense vegetation. So to identify the dense vegetation, make sure that you have two different composites. So in this first layer we have our color infrared composite that specifically indicates our vegetation content. So we also have our true color composite. So let me turn this off. So this is our true color composite. So now let me zoom this, so you can able to clearly distinguish between the dense vegetation and a normal vegetation. So dense vegetation has a very deep green color compared to the normal vegetation, which has a very light green color. And similarly the other part also indicates the higher deep green indicates the dense vegetation and the light green indicates the normal vegetation. So let me turn this our study area. So now let me select this specific this red color. You can able to see that this is this specific red color. So let me select our draw polygon. Let me select draw circle. Let me choose this dense vegetation. So I have selected only a dense vegetation features that is shown here in this training sample manager. So we have around 40 different classes. Now let me select a dense vegetation feature from other part of the study areas too. So now let me select a dense vegetation features from this area. So let me make sure that you turn on this natural color composite. So now let me turn on my false color infrared composite. So these are the dense vegetation areas. You can clearly able to mark the distinction between this two different shades of red color. So this is a dense vegetation and this is a normal vegetation. So let me select this feature. So now I have selected all different dense vegetation features and drawn the polygon around that features. So that is indicated here in this training sample manager. You can see the different classes. So this is the dense vegetation classes. Now let me merge all the classes of dense vegetation. So for that, click this option, Control A, select all, and go to the option called Merge Training Samples. So now enter the class name as dense vegetation. So now let me select the second vegetation class. So first we have selected our dense vegetation classes. Now let me select the normal vegetation classes. So dense vegetation class is clearly indicated in deep red color, and compared to the light vegetation, which is of very light red in color. Now let me select this vegetation areas. Draw this circle around this light vegetation areas, that is light red color. So I have selected around 11 classes. Let me select more classes from other part of the study areas too. And suppose if you are selected a wrong feature, to delete that particular class, all you have to do is click that class and make sure that you click this option called delete the selected training samples. So now you can able to delete that particular class. So let me continue with our features. And so I have selected two different classes. One is a dense vegetation and second one is a normal vegetation. So now let me merge this all the classes. Select Control A, Controls, deselect this and merge. Go to the option called Merge Training Samples. So now let me name as vegetation. So I have named this feature as vegetation. So first feature is dense vegetation, second is vegetation. So next let us choose the water bodies. Select the water bodies features. So you can clearly able to view that this is a water body. Now let me select, and similarly let me select here. Likewise, I'm going to select all the different features of water bodies. So higher the training sample, higher the accuracy of our Landuse Landcover map. So now I have selected all different water bodies features in the study area. Now let me select the build-up areas, the build-up features in this area. So build-up features are clearly indicated in this white color. So these are the settlements or the build-up areas. So we have to pick our classes from this. So let me select. So this is another major settlement. Let me select this too. So now I have selected all different settlement or build-up features. So selected all the different build-up features from this study area. So now let me merge this. So already we have done dense vegetation and water bodies. Now let me merge our build-up features. So let me select all. And go to the option called Merge Training Sample. And I have named it as build-up. So settlements has indicated named as build-up. So now we can able to clearly view we have selected around 7 different classes from the study area. That is, we have selected dense vegetation classes, vegetation, water bodies, build-up, barren, fallow and floodplain from this study area. So after selecting the different feature classes from the study area, you have to make sure that you have to save your training samples and as well as you create a signature file. Now let me save my training samples. Click this button. So now I have saved my training samples. Let me click save. And similarly, make sure that you save your signature file. Go to this option called create signature file. Click this. So I have selected saved using through signature Landsat 8 2021. Let me save my signature file. So now let us perform our supervised classification. So go to the option called classification. Click this and choose the maximum likelihood classification. So this is one of the supervised classification technique called maximum likelihood classification. Click this. So now let us input our raster bands. So that is our clip Landsat 21. So I already I have inputted my raster. Let me remove this. Now let me input my signature file that I have saved recently. Go to your signature file option. Let me select my signature file. So this is my signature file that I have saved recently. Let me click this and open. So we have inserted our signature file and choose the output raster location. So I've saved my output raster file name as supervised likelihood technique. Let me save this and make sure that you give your file format, that is .tif file format, and save. So now click OK. So this is our outcome of our supervised maximum likelihood technique. So this is supervised classification using maximum likelihood techniques. So we have around 7 different classes varying from dense vegetation, water bodies, build-up, barren land, fallow land, and floodplains. Now let me show you each of this. So for dense vegetation, it is marked in this color. So that is indicated in dark green. So this is the dense vegetation. And similarly, the blue here indicates our vegetation, that is our normal vegetation. So that is very clear, that is occurring in this blue color. So let me add our true color Landsat image. Let me show you the build-up areas. So this is the build-up areas. Let me turn this off. So this is our build-up areas. Now let me overlay my supervised classification raster. So the build-up index of the build-up areas are clearly marked in yellow color. So you can able to view that. So it is in yellow color. And the water bodies here are marked in red color. Let me turn this off. So it is marked in red color. So all the water bodies are being correctly marked as red color. And similarly, this is our floodplain area. So it is clearly marked in pink color. You can view here. So here the floodplain indicates in this color, pink color here. So it is clearly marked here. Let me turn this layer. So likewise, each of the feature class of our training of our features, it is marked in this set of colors. So that is the dense vegetation in this here indicated in this deep dark green color, and similarly the build-up index here indicated here as an yellow color, and the floodplain area here in this training sampler manager, it is indicated in this color, pink color. And the total area of this study area is around 2030 square kilometers. So supervised classification being successfully done. So you can also choose the desired color for each of this feature according to your like. So for that, go to the option called right click, go to the properties, and this is go to the symbology section. Now you can choose a desired color for your feature class. You can also label this. So let me label as dense vegetation. So in the symbology section, I have selected a different labeled as according to its feature. So for dense vegetation, labeled in this dark green color, and vegetation are colored as a light green color, and water body in blue, and build up in red color. And similarly, the floodplain, let me change the color to. So right click, go to the option called properties for selected colors, and choose your desired color. So now let me choose a brown color for it. So now apply and click OK. So now you can clearly able to view the red color indicates. So we have here in this section, the red color indicates the build-up areas, and the dark green color indicates the dense vegetation, and the brown color here indicates the floodplain, and pink indicates the fallow land, and yellow indicates the barren land. So after choosing a desired color for your Landuse Landcover map, go to the supervised classification layer, right click, open attributes. Now let me add a field called name. So add field. Let me choose a name as name. and choose your type. That is, we're going to select text. So we're going to type the character for each of these classes. So choose your data type as text and click OK. So to name this, go to the editor section, start editing. So now let me enter the value 1. So here the value 1 is dense vegetation. Now let me click and enter as dense vegetation. So now I have entered the feature classes as a name dense vegetation. The value 1 indicates dense vegetation, and you can able to see here the dense vegetation value 1. So I entered the feature class names. So let me add another. So now let me add another field called area. Add field. Now let me select the name as area. Now let me choose the data type as double and click OK. So again go to the editor, start editing. So these are the different feature class of our Landuse Landcover. So varying from dense vegetation to floodplain area. So let me close this. Before that, go to the editor section, save edits and stop edits. So in this video, I have shown you how to create a Landuse Landcover map using a supervised classification technique. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and give us a like.